Dear customers, partners and investors, unfortunately in July, as you recall, we suffered the first Vega failure. 4 months after this event, as I committed to you, I'm coming back to explain to you exactly what happened and how we are going to get out of it. And I'm going to do it with the help of Andrea Preve, who is our Vega program manager, and with Ettore Scardecchia, our chief technical officer. So Andrea, how did we approach this problem?
So Giulio, investigation started immediately the same days of the failure by our team that were following the flight. This team were located in Colleferro and in Kourou. The day after, we set up a larger team of about 150 engineers, and this team worked for up to now in strict cooperation with Arianespace and the European Space Agency engineer. The results were provided to the Inquiry Commission Board in a full, transparent, cooperative way.
So Ettore, how did we actually get to the identification of the precise failure, and how did we make sure we found the right corrective measures?
Giulio, from the beginning, it was quite evident that the problem was in the upper part of the solid rocket motor, of the Z-23, the second stage of the Vega launcher. It was evident that it was a sudden event, from a normal behavior to a failure. This was due, at the end, we discovered that this was due to a problem in the thermal protection of the solid rocket motor in the upper part of the dome, where a leak of the hot gas generated a thermostructural failure. This was the problem that we identified from the root cause analysis, and we tried to reproduce this mechanism working on specimens, full scale and small scale, in order to understand correctly the cause and the mechanism. We did it, we reproduced the mechanism of the failure, and for this we were able to identify the change of the definition of the thermal protection to avoid the reproduction of the failure. But we want to be sure at the end also that after the manufacturing we have a compliant product. For this reason we implemented additional quality check in order that at the end the solid rocket motor will be compliant to the definition.
Okay, so since mid-September, more or less, we started manufacturing what will be actually the flight items for the next flight, implementing these corrective measures. And so now we are at a good stage in the production of the items that will actually fly. But can you tell us more about the path towards flight in March?
Yes, we will complete the introduction of this corrective measure by the end of this month. The next month will be devoted to the integration of the stages in Colleferro, and then these integrated stages will be shipped to Kourou at the beginning of January. The start of the integration campaign at the Space Center is planned beginning of February for a launch by the end of March.
Great. So I think this has been a very important learning experience for us, which is making us grow stronger and more confident about the future. So we really look forward to the next flight in March, and we will come back to you for more news